This is Sarah at My Crafty Corner. Welcome back. Alright, so in this video, it's going to be matting or putting in the pages and matting the pages. So if you want to follow along and see how we did this, stay tuned. Alright, so what we've got going here is I picked out some papers that I'm going to go ahead and use for this first set of pages that we're going to do. I have printed out my pages and trimmed those out. I printed these out from my templates, and I will show you which ones I did, or which ones I printed. Let's see. All right, so I printed out two of them that I'm using here. Is going to be, well, if I can get to it, what I do with it. Here, I printed out 9C, which means that that is the C album, which is the size we're making the pages. And I went ahead and I trimmed those out. I cut those out, scored on my line, and inked. Now, she has where you can choose. As you can see here, you have tabs, so you can make it a pocket, you can make it a flap, you can make it flip to the side, to this side, to that side. It's your choice. You have tabs on all sides, and you can choose which tabs you leave on and which tabs you take off. So I chose to just leave one tab each because I want mine to be fold out pages. So like this, it's like this, and I trimmed off this tab. Of course, yours print out already with, you know, the ink on one side. Now, I went ahead and I went over mine because the ink I'm using is a little bit darker, and I inked the back side. So I kind of just went over the front side to just make it a little bit darker, but not much. And so, and it doesn't bother me really that they're different. I'm fine with that. But if you wanted it to be more of this color, you could probably use like a vintage photo. It would be more of that yellowy color than the brown color. So, all right. So I cut out two of these, got those ready to go. And then I also trimmed out on, I think this is 13AC, which means this can go for the A album or the C album. And I'm going to, of course, use it for the C album. And I made a pocket. So we're going to have a tall pocket on one of these pages. All right. So it's actually like this. I left all the tabs on except for that one, and I just trimmed that off. And then also, since this is already on this page, I did trim those out. I left 3 sides on one, like this. Cut off the one tab. And then on this one, I trimmed off all 3 tabs and left that one right there. And I think we're going to make like a little extra flip, just a cute little flip pocket. And I went ahead and I cut it down. I'm not really sure yet how it's going to go, but we'll figure that out, okay? So I have these things already cut down, inked out, cut out, inked up. And I have extras here that I cut, that I printed, that I will use maybe later. I just went ahead and printed a few, like this one here. And we may end up using it on this one page. I'm not sure yet exactly. All right, so I have those ready to go. Sorry if you hear my printer in the background. I had to print some more of this ticking fabric pattern because this is the last one. Well, yeah, the last one that I had, so I'm printing a few more of those. So you can hear that going in the background. All right, so we're going to go through and get all the mats ready for the pages here, and then I'll catch you back up when I go to put these together or when I go to put them in the album. I'm using my traceable template here. This is for it's C mat, so it's for the C album, and it's a mat for the C size pages, which is this here. So we will put that on our pattern paper, and then that will mat our page. we want a magnet behind this to this page to hold that closed. So I have one of the magnet savers and I have a magnet. So this is, well, magnet saver. It's just a tin roofing cap, and that's what I have. So that's what I'm gonna use. If you don't, you can still use 2 magnets and that will, you know, hold pretty good. But since I'm going just from here to here, and there won't be, you know, this paper that we're using is not thick, I think it'll be enough to hold that down. Okay. So let's go see how we want to do that. All right, so I'm gonna stick tape on the back. I'm trying to make sure I get all this stuff done before we go sticking our mats down, because I'm terrible at that, about not thinking and going ahead and sticking it down, and then I have to go back and try to fix it, and sometimes that's okay, but we don't want to do it all the time. So just stick some tape on that. Let's see. Get a piece of tape for our magnet. All right. And then kind of see where we want it. I think that's good right there. Let me just take my pencil. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this right here. Well, yeah, like that. And I'm just going to trace around this so I know exactly where to put it down. Right? Because we're going to mat over that, so you're not going to, of course, you're not going to see this part. So we'll just get that somewhere in the vicinity of that. Put our magnet on there, peel the backing off of it. Okay, and then give that a good press. And then that's still far enough away from our edge. You're not gonna see, right? And then we'll have a cute little tag sticking out of there. And I like that. All right. So now we can go through and we can mat those. So that's going to be this part. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim out whatever to see what I want to go on this side. Trim that out. And yeah, and I may actually add, I think we are going to add a little something extra on this front side as well. Let's go on and let me go get these trimmed out. Okay, so I'm gonna trim these down, and I thought, well, I'll just do a process and show you how I trim them down, ink them up, and all of that. I mean, it's pretty generic, pretty basic, but what I've got picked out here are 2 of those main pages, the 9C that we're gonna use. And then I think we're gonna have like a couple of extra flaps. Not sure exactly how they're gonna go yet, but we're gonna do this. And then I'm also gonna do this one, which is a D page, but it fits the C. So you could have a smaller pocket, you could make this a pocket. You could have a pocket on this main page. I mean, it's just so many different ways you can do it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use both of them. You can make this a belly band. You can make this a belly band. I mean, there's just so many different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and trim them all out. I'm not sure yet exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and trim that out. These I know are both going to be flips, so I will only be keeping just the one tab. I'll be trimming off all the rest, ink those up, and the same with this. I'm only keeping the one tab. All right, so we'll just go through and I'll trim those down, and you can kind of see my process. right, so we've got all of the first part here matted. We could possibly go back, like I said, and go back and add in a couple of other things. Like I think I want one of those flaps here with that frame. I'm gonna try my best to make that work. So yeah, so this is how we've got so far, or what we've got so far. Matted. We will have to go back and add in our tags. This flips. I didn't magnetize these. And then this flips again, and we have another little flip out there, and that part is magnetized. So this part done. Next part is the second one here. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to print, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole thing like this and go ahead and get everything ready for the whole piece, right? So everything that I think I want to go on here, I'm gonna go ahead and get that all cut out, inked, and even possibly have the papers and all cut out for it too. Okay, so we've got I've got my mat, or my pages, and my pockets, and different flips and things like that that I want. I got those cut down, cut out, scored, inked, and we're gonna just go through now and see how I want them laid out on this bin, the same as we did this first one. Okay, so I've got all my pieces that I'm using cut out, and we will just go through and mat the rest of our pages. All right, so I think I'm gonna use this this punch here. It says it's Stampin' Up! Whale, tail, something kind of thing. I'm gonna use this one. Okay, and of course I have ones that are just perfect to use with this punch. So, and this is thick, a heavy duty black. I wonder if that's wide enough. Ooh, maybe just. So, okay. So I'm just gonna line this up in here. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna punch a few of these, because if I add one there, I kind of want to maybe incorporate it through kind of, you know, like the rest of the album, so that it kind of adds just a little bit of that black accent. So I might be able to get 4 out of this one piece here. All right, so let's go like that. All right. And if I don't use them all for this, I'll have them. I can use them for something else. All right, so let's just, actually, let me see. I got a scoreboard. I need to keep my stuff over here too. I keep pushing it away, and then when I need it, I can't reach it. So I'm just gonna use a small, a little small scoreboard for this, because it needs cleaned. It's pretty dusty. It's been setting out, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna set this on there right in the middle. I'm actually gonna do it on this one because it's easier to see. I'm gonna put that right in the middle, and I'm just gonna kind of score that a little bit. That way when I go to fold it over, I have a better fold in there. So and I'll just do the other ones as I go. So all right, so it's like that, and then these, my workspace is getting pretty messy. All right, so we're gonna have this on here like this, and I think this would be cute, just like that. Right, okay, so now the thing with that is, am I gonna have enough space to attach a magnet? And here, yes, I think maybe if that's in there like that, I think I can probably put this on here and it can still catch enough to hold it. All right, so that's what we're gonna try anyways, okay? Let me grab a magnet. Maybe I didn't shake it too bad because I forgot I put those on my stand here. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach this side, and I also need, did I mix that up? No. Okay, which ones do I need? The other two that goes in here. Okay, and then these two are gonna go on the back side. So I can go ahead and put these on and then attach this one, put the magnet and stuff in, and then attach this one. All right, so now we're gonna put the magnet inside of this, right? So let's get some tape on that. Mercy. Okay. So now I'm gonna slide this over. Just gonna line it up. All right, so just lined it up on there as best I could, and then just pressing it together. And I think that that will work fairly decent. All right, so let's see this piece here. Okay, so this one's gonna be very close to that edge. Super close. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut that, like a straight edge on that, okay? And then I'm just gonna throw that little curved piece away. That way then I can get up as, you know, a little bit closer. I have a little bit more room there to work with, and I think that'll work great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trace that right there where it's at. Oh, okay. So that's like barely, but it's enough, and there's not gonna be anything, shouldn't be anything to hinder that there. on. So that's what we've got. We have a pocket with the flip pocket here. Flips this way. Photo mat. A nice area for photos there. And this flips a little pocket. This is just a little bitty pocket. We'll have to get us something to go in there. I wish I was a little more, paid more attention on how I put that in, but that's okay. We'll add a photo mat there to cover up the boo-boo, because I always have those. A pocket there. We need an insert for that. And of course this is magnetized. And then a nice area for photos here. Flip and a flip. Nice areas for photos. And then this opens this way like that. That's magnetized. Then this way, and this flips out. And pocket here. A pocket there. We need to add things in, and I just don't know. Anyways, and then there we go. And then we'll have to figure out what it is exactly that we're going to do on the front and back inside covers. Yep. So I think our album is turning out pretty cute. I'm liking it so far. So, all right. So that's what we got. So the next thing up is going to be embellishing. So I will go through and cut out all of the things that I showed in the first video that I plan on using, and figure out if there's anything extra, like if we do want to add those extra pages in here. I mean, I think we could, because we have so much room. I mean, there's so much room in there. We could add so much more stuff. So we may do that. I think I may do that. I think I like that idea. Okay, so that's all I got for you today. If you like this video, you know, please subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. You can share my videos. Go back and watch previous videos. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye.